process right there.
Is that what happens?
Yeah.
You just say whatever?
You start saying random shit.
Okay.
You go, give me that. You just think of the first thought that comes into your head. You go, let's see, I'm outside in a park. Sliding down the slide. Whippity ride. Licking on the slippity slide.
Wow. Okay.
Gonna eat that coochie like a crispy prize.
Oh.
See? And then you sell that shit to any mumble rapper in the vicinity, and you're a millionaire.
What the fuck is up with mumble rap? What's the deal with that shit? Why is it so popular?
I blame the teenagers.
You're like the teenagers and all that legal marijuana.
All that legal marijuana.
Legal, non-medicinal.
Back in my day, you had to pay for drugs.
Back in my day, you had to meet a guy in a corner in a
you
dark alley.
You had to search for it. Now, we just meet a guy after work, and he has it.
You're like, I meet up with my coworkers, and we go to the nearby dispensary, and we just have fun.
What is this? That's bullshit.
Back in the day, the fear of getting caught was half the fun.
That's right. Like, back in my day...
Are you a cop?
Maybe.
Undercover?
Maybe. See, back in my day, you didn't know.
It's a cop haircut.
Yeah, you didn't know.
You know what I'm saying? I got you, dog.
That's what Fast and Furious was all about. Vin Diesel didn't know Paul Walker was a cop. He was like, shit, you're a cop? What the fuck? This shit's crazy. Shit is crazy.
Have you tried rewatching those?
Yeah, they're all right. They're good, so.
You think they're good still?
They're decent, so. They're what they were. Like, it hasn't aged any worse. Like,
I disagree.
It was still,
I live my life a quarter mile at a time bullshit kind of is laughable.
I still live.
It's laughable.
It's
laughable.
I still fully agree with that.
You live your life a quarter mile at a time?
Exactly. I always try to.
You're like, I live my life fuck, I ruined the joke. Damn it, I overthought it. Fuck it. I'll come back to that later.
Yeah.
I got 2 seconds to get it out, and then it's gone.
They're just as bad as they were. Like, they haven't got any worse. But yeah. Oh, man. I didn't even know we started.
I just decided to start. I'm gonna get to the fucking point where I'm gonna edit you out of those. I'm just gonna cut those out. I'm gonna actually do editing on this, and I'm gonna cut your shit out.
Man, it's been 2 weeks.
No, not good enough. It's not good enough. It's over. I'm gonna cut you off. I'm just gonna start editing them out. I'm gonna edit you the fuck out.
In the morning.
Yeah, that's you.
I love it.
That's you. That's you.
Awesome.
That's you.
I laugh so hard at work.
That's you. That's you, because you're used to hearing that shit along with whatever's going on in the background, like car noises and the air conditioning kicking on and shit. What the fuck you guys got going on? Fucking people trying to open doors at fucking rental homes. What the fuck you guys are into?
You almost the rent.
You're used to background noise and shit, all right?
No, man. We've been away for 2 weeks. 2 long, sobering weeks.
Sobering weeks? Why were they sobering?
Because we haven't flooded the people with our debauchery, so it's been.
They've been missing it, right? They're getting withdrawal symptoms.
Hey guys.
Hey, look, she's picking up the microphone.
Hey guys, guess what?
What?
So you guys might be. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys might be out podcast. I need y'all to. Do I need to help?
What do you mean out podcast? What the fuck's that mean?
So okay. I listen to podcasts like crime story podcasts.
Crime story podcasts? Yeah. Like these are fake stories?
No.
Like real stories that really happened?
Yeah. I listen to a lot of crime podcasts. So, and like I noticed like the different things that I hear from them, like how they start. Like I'll listen to the beginning and how they start and progress. Man, you guys can blow up if we can do more. Not so much as more, but like get on more things because like I listen to them on Spotify because I can't listen to YouTube.
This is on Spotify.
I can't find you guys.
You better look again.
I have actually looked on Spotify. I cannot find us on Spotify.
Look it up again because it should be on everything.
No, it's not on Spotify.
What would you like me to
look up Monday's Locker Room Talk.
Hold on, I haven't put.
You're like, oh shit! I was looking up fucking Jonathan's 300ZX podcast for no fucking reason.
I was looking up general life.
It's not going to be under LifeGeneralist. It's got to be under Monday's Locker Room Talk. Or it's gonna, or while you're at it, look at my other podcast too. Go listen to that one.
But like, I mean, if it's on there, then my bad. But
is it on there, dog? You're the fucking Google right now.
No.
Bullshit. I would download that app right now, but I'm not gonna download
what?
it. Monday's Locker Room Talk. How do you not know the name of this podcast? How are you on a podcast and you don't know the name of the podcast?
Shut your mouth.
Get it to it. Damn, this echo's fucking weird.
I kind of like it.
Why? Oh, by the way, to go back to your original comment while you're looking that up. In order to do that,
I did find it.
Damn.
I get to slap both of you straight up open-handed.
But see, in my defense, I didn't know what it was.
How do you, first of all, why don't you know the name of the podcast that you're occasionally on?
But I had looked for it when you first put on there. It was not on
I won't
there.
slap her, but I will openly slap you before the end of the day.
I looked at when you said
I'm
it
just
was.
letting you know. This is going to be like, have you ever seen How I Met Your Mother? And they're like, that openly slap
Okay,
thing.
what else are we on?
Everything.
Spotify,
Stitcher.
Stitcher, iTunes, YouTube, Podbean, and then you can go to mondayslockerroomtalk.podbean.com as a URL.
You gotta text me all of this, cause I would like,
I got you.
I would share stuff.
They're on the freaking logo images. I'm gonna slap you, Ruben, for not informing her of this shit. You will get slapped by the end of the day. So you better run to your car after this. You better run to your car.
I will.
And you better hope that as you run to your car, I don't outrun your girl, because I will go through the passenger window to slap you. It's gonna happen. You better hold on to those glasses.
Okay. See, no, I never asked. I just went to
matter.
look for it.
It don't matter.
See,
I get to take it out on him.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I get to take it out on him.
I'm down with that, but I'm telling you,
in
in
her
my
defense, she was looking up your name or Jonathan's life.
LifeGeneralist.
She was looking up that.
I knew it was like, okay, it was something like that, but I didn't know it was that.
Yeah, I don't know how they categorize the name. I think it's based on my username on Podbean, whatever it is. But it's on there.
But
Look
see,
at it. Look up.
On there. So now I listen to it on computers. So I listen to them, and I'll be like, damn, I want to listen to something else, and I can't listen to my phone. So since I can't have my headphones from my phone in, I'm like, shit, I can't listen to YouTube. That's what I would listen to everything on YouTube. Everything.
Look
up, see if Curious John is on there. That should be on there too.
Curious John.
And the problem is, I don't know if they do that based on like single.
Just look it up.
I don't know.
You can look on Spotify. I'm not trying to plug Spotify.
You guys love Spotify. I don't even have Spotify on my phone.
That's because of him. That ain't me.
I'm up to
was
date
on
with
Pandora.
that new music.
You ain't on Pandora either.
Do Pandora have
I don't
podcasts?
think Pandora.
Pandora, yes. I listen to it.
Do they?
Yeah.
All right, tell them about the new podcast you're listening to, weirdo.
Martinis and Murder.
Oh, by the way, if you want this podcast to be the way your little podcasts are, right? If you want that shit,
tell me.
If you want that shit,
I'm down with that.
You gotta tell this motherfucker to prepare.
Okay.
Because you're not aware of how much work probably goes into that podcast.
No, that's why I was like,
they got
after,
a script.
Yeah.
They got fucking reading.
And then,
they got
so on
moods.
Martini's
They got
Murder,
moves.
in the first 3 episodes, they were saying, yeah, we had to do a lot of stuff, to get this podcast going. I'm like, okay, but wait, what the hell? Like, I'm like, so what can we do to make it? Because I see like them going to podcasts, like conventions and stuff like that.
Oh, you mean to get the name out there?
Yeah.
You got to work with people that are willing to kind of cross promote. So, like, if you have somebody that does a podcast is willing to have you on their podcast, so that way their listeners kind of cross promote over.
I'm sorry, but yours is not on here at the moment.
Oh, give me your fucking phone. I'm gonna slap you again if I find it.
Put it.
You get 2, and I might not put them all in one day either. I'm gonna fucking spread it out.
Is that?
Just I'm gonna let your fucking cheek heal. I'm gonna fucking slap you right. Come here, motherfucker.
I couldn't even watch.
Oh, okay. That's because.
That's 1. Hope that
even
Mike
watch.
fucking picked that up.
No, that's because.
Because you don't know how to spell curious?
No. All right. So when you look at John's other podcast, it's 1 word.
Okay, yeah. So look up Curious John in 1 word. Doesn't matter. Still, it doesn't mean you can't fucking spell curious. You have a hard time finding it.
I did spell it right.
Can you find it if you do 2 words? Does it come up?
because that's what I did. So it's 1 word.
It's all right. You still get another one. someday. When you least expect it.
I'm gonna give your mom.
You're gonna be fucking.
I'm gonna give your dad.
Dude, you remember how the other day we were at Walmart? Like I walked into Walmart and you were already there. That's what it's gonna be like. You're gonna be just shopping at Walmart. I'm just gonna come out of nowhere and be like, motherfucker, bam.
So I'm just gonna be laying the pipe, and then you're gonna be there.
Wow.
Yeah. You better never geo-track where the fuck you're at.
Wow.
Because I'm gonna be like, open this window so I can slap you.
Somebody take this
with a glove
thing off. Somebody take this thing off my phone to where, if I text I'm here, it'll try to send my location, or if you text me I'm here, it'll try to get me to get your location.
Is your location services on?
I guess so.
Fuck all that noise. I don't want people. That also is like people that geo-track their photos.
It says share location.
Yeah, fuck all that noise.
Share location.
How do I take it off?
Just don't click it. You'll be fine.
No, I want it off.
All right, we'll play with that after.
Fuck with that later. But people that geo-track their pictures, I'm like, what's the fuck is the purpose of that?
Y'all see how they just...
What's the purpose of geo-tracking your photos? Like, hey, I want you to know where I took this photo.
Yeah.
And what if you don't shut that off and you're just taking pictures of your kids in your fucking house?
You want them to know where they're at. You gotta watch these crazy white children over here. Make sure they don't turn into ghosts and goblins and shit.
Ghosts and goblins? Is that what they're known for? This white people just turn into ghosts and goblins out of nowhere?
Fuck yeah. Slender Man and shit.
You're like, have you ever seen what happened to what was the Spider-Man's arch nemesis turned into Green Goblin?
Oh, yeah.
Fucking Osborn's.
Oh, fuck. You want me to ruin the new Spider-Man movie for you?
No, I'm good.
Me and my Pop Connect, we were talking the other day. And just yesterday, actually. And we both read the same article about how it ends. That's how it ends.
When's that movie out? Like in a couple of weeks, right?
Yeah, about a month, I think. This shit's crazy.
Yeah, I barely saw Infinity War.
He liked how Infinity War ended. I was like, I'm all right with it.
I was all right with it. There's a lot of inconsistencies. There's a lot of shit going on since we last had a podcast, right?
That's why I had to give you
Infinity War.
I had to empty my mind out. That's what that noise was.
Get it all out?
I got it all out. I had a lot.
A little more left?
No, he doesn't. No, he fucking doesn't.
Just a little.
No, he doesn't.
Nope. A little more?
Nope.
Just a little bit?
Just air. Just dust. A little a little puff, if you will. All right, so I got a lot of stories happen, man. I got a lot.
What's going on with you?
I got a lot. Oh, jeez. Damn, that's a lot.
That's
wow.
a lot, guys.
Wow.
Well, I would hope so. It's been a couple weeks and shit.
Wow. Okay. Let's start.
Well, what do you got going on?
All right, man.
Fucking,
so
let's
first,
start, motherfucker. We've been started.
That was just the greetings and salutations. That was just,
Is that what that was? All right.
That was just the opening. We got
Just a fucking warm up.
Yeah, it was a warm up. That was the how you been. Good to meet. How's your family? What's up? Now we're getting to the meat. We're getting to the soup. Getting to the alphabet soup, if you will. So me and her went to go see this one movie. Right? She was gonna go to Chicago. So I'm like, you might die in Chicago because I play GTA. I died all the time. So, we should go see a movie. I'm like, you pick the movie. She's like, all right, I'll go pick the movie.
Is that how she sounds?
That's how she sounds in my head.
Okay.
She's like, let's go see this movie called Breakthrough. I'm like, what the fuck is that about?
I was going to say, what is that about?
She's like, it's about this kid who fell through the ice, and then he
I did see that. I did see a preview.
And then he gets healed. I'm like, okay, sure. I mean, you might die. It's your final request. Whatever. Okay.
I think I talked about that in the podcast before.
So I was like, let's go. And so it's a very Christian movie. It's
like very religious based, right?
Movie.
Yeah.
And so my first problem with this movie is, have you ever seen that show, This Is Us?
No.
Yeah, or a preview.
Oh, what is it about?
So it's about just like it follows like a bunch of families around.
No.
Or something like that, basically.
No, it follows one family around and it bounces from times. So what happened when they were younger, when the kids were younger, when the mom and dad were younger, it was only one family. And when they got older, they're telling they were telling stories from behind, like what happened before to get them to their situation now today.
And they had a whole series of that, or a movie, or
yeah, it's a whole series.
Huh?
It's a lot.
So in there's the first Green Arrow, who was in Green Arrow in Smallville. He's still in pretty good shape. He's a good looking dude, right? So in there, he has a twin. The twin is this big fat hoe. huge hoe. And that's supposed to be his twin. And I'm like, because I was watching at her house one night. I'm like, all right, look at first Green Arrow. Look at this big fat hoe. That's not how twins work. I'm sorry. That's just not.
Well, they're not identical twins.
But they are, though. They're supposed to be.
Identical means they have to be the same sex, the same look, everything. How is a woman supposed to be an identical twin of a man? They're twins, but they're not identical.
Oh, okay, she was telling me they're supposed to be identical or something like that. Either way, they're twins. And I'm like, man, that's not how twins work. One's really fat.
Okay.
One's
so you want a really ripped chick?
Yeah, I want a really ripped chick, basically. Okay. I want like Ronda Rousey, basically.
Nah, not ripped. She's not ripped up.
But just in decent shape. All right, I'm giving a general idea.
Okay, I got you. Ooh.
Yeah. Okay. So now you know what we're dealing with. All right.
Okay. Right.
All right.
Right.
And so let's say Green Arrow basically basically looks like you. Now you standing next to that person. And we're supposed to be twins. Like, what the fuck?
All right.
So anyway, this movie, she's the mom. Man, the mom's a bitch in that movie. I'm like, I don't like you. Like, I'm rooting for the son to die.
Wow.
I just want you to take it away. But anyways, the movie was all right. She kept breaking down. She's like, oh my God, it's so great. I'm like, stupid.
It's one of those movies, just like stupid. Those. I don't like watching those movies about dogs where like the dogs are going to go through some fucked up shit. And then it's like they're just doing it to fuck with you. They want to make you cry. That's the goal of the movie.
Yeah. And so in the movie, I was like, the kid falls through the ice. First thing, I figured out why he fell through the ice. Because he went to a Christian academy. Christians don't believe in science. Therefore, nobody ever taught him to not stand on frozen ice.
They just assumed everything was solid.
Yeah, they just assumed everything was solid.
Solid brick of ice.
Solid brick. Because they don't believe in science. They just think it. I don't know what they believe. I don't know. God froze it while they were sleeping. I don't know. So, anyways. And then he fell on the ice. And then they couldn't find him. And then they found him like an hour later under the water. And then, It's a long time.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, man, he's really cold. He's probably dead. And I'm like, I mean, you can probably warm him up. Like, he's probably good. Because, Captain America, now I'm just going by comic book logic. And, like, everything I've seen on TV, I'm like, all right, so it was freezing cold water, right? Stick with me. And I'm going by, like, some Batman ninja shit. I'm like, all right, so stick with me. So, I'm like, so it's freezing cold water.
It's a bit of a difference. The difference in height she gained in other areas.
For all the muscle he has.
There you go. Muscle weighs more than fat.
Exactly. But they're the same.
It's the same. We're balanced out.
So I'm like, well, he froze in the water. I'm like, so he might not be dead. Like, his heartbeat's probably just like one every hour.
So you're telling me this is like hibernation?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
But the other problem was they're back east. Everybody back east, stupid. We confirmed that while she was in Chicago. So they're stupid. They don't have medical technology. So they pull him out. And then everybody's like, he's dead? I'm like, so we're not going to try to warm this motherfucker up? Because, like, that's what you do. You don't just pull a turkey out of the freezer and be like, fuck, it's not warm. And so they don't try to do that. They just pull this man's cold ass body out of the river, take him to the hospital, and they're like, yeah, no, he's dead.
He was in there for an hour?
He's in there for an hour.
I would have been over with that movie because a grown human, I think, can only be in freezing cold water for a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
And then you're dead. Like you've got hypothermia. You're done.
Yeah. Well, I was like,
he was underwater too, like because it was ice. That means he went under the ice. That means that he was submerged in water for an hour. Mm-hmm. You're dead. There's water in your lungs for fucking 40 minutes.
Well, but
you're dead.
But the water was so frozen. That I think it froze everything as soon as he went in there. So I don't think he had too much water in his lungs.
It's not the way it works. Hey, but whatever.
I'm just saying. I'm just going by comic book logic.
Suspension of disbelief is out the window at that point.
Hey, I'm just telling you. That's why I was doing it. Okay. So anyways, they pull his popsicle ass body out. Nobody tries to warm him up. Because like on, I watch some Greg's Anatomy because my mom watches it, and a bunch of other shows.
Sure.
When people fall in lakes and shit, they're like, "Oh, we got to wrap them in blankets." Like that's the first thing everybody does to warm them up, right?
Right. Bring up the internal temperature.
They didn't do this to this man. They're like, "No, he's fucking dead. He's just a popsicle. Let's leave him there." Until they call the mom in, and they're like, "Oh, he's dead." She's like, "I don't know what to do." But then, she's breathing really heavy and she's really fat. So I think she produced a lot of heat and she warmed him up enough to where he came back to life.
Wow.
And so long story short, they prayed really hard. He came back to life.
It seemed like that's what that movie was like. It was very Christian-oriented or religious-oriented.
Don't go back. Long story short, don't go back east. Don't go past New Mexico. They don't have technology.
It's all like Borderlands, right?
It's all like Borderlands. Exactly. They don't got nothing's gonna help you over there.
The movie was about faith.
Seemed that way.
No.
Yes, it was supposed to be about faith, like about how much faith you really have, and what God. But it was based on a true story.
Now, in that true story, did you ever do any research as to whether or not the true story, the kid was underwater for an hour?
I mean, I'm pretty sure it wasn't that long.
Because if he just dipped his toes, like, hey, cool, I get it. I believe you.
I think the original time was like 30 minutes.
That's more believable than an hour.
Because they tried to find him. It was longer. It was long. It was a long time. I don't think it was an hour. I think it was like about 35, 40 minutes that he was underneath.
Ugh, that's a long time without air.
Yeah. So, and then they were trying to get his body to come back, but they kept shocking him like something stupid. But I think that was just the movie. You get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. More drama.
Yeah. So that's what that movie was about. But the whole time we were in the freaking movie theater, this one over here is like,
no,
that's not how that works.
That's not how it works.
Because she goes, Jesus, please, or something like that. She said, and his heartbeat came back after she screamed and was like, Jesus, please. Like, just, it was a faith movie.
Right.
To have faith.
Right.
But this stupid idiot over here is in my ear talking about some. As soon as the heartbreak came back on, it was like, beep. He was like, that's not how that works. Out loud, though. Like, and he said it and the movie theater was not big.
It was a small one.
It was a small one.
Yeah, there was like 20
and
people.
And it was like, not even, but I'm pretty sure everybody heard him was like,
no, that's not how it works.
That's not. Like,
it's not right.
The people just turn around. They're like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy?
Yeah, the lady next to us was like, I was like, stupid, shut up.
I'm like, look, why don't you just warm him up? Fucking warm him up. I'm talking like Dane Cook and shit. Oh, look, warm him up. Fucking warm him up.
Throw him in a fire.
Yeah, fucking get some fire. It's fire. Yeah. Anyways, that was my review of that movie. Stupid. Also, very Christian-y. Surprised my pastor didn't make it mandatory to go see. But yeah, man. People
I can tell. Idiots. I can tell based on the last conversation. Seems very anti people on the east.
Why? Because they're idiots. What? Tell them about your plane ticket. Yeah. And then she tried to get a plane ticket back. They're like, yeah, we charge your card for it, but you still don't have it.
Okay, so what happened was my best friend, a week before I got to Chicago, my best friend bought a ticket, a $299 ticket because she had credit on her United Airlines. So we were like, okay, fine. I watched her buy the ticket. I got the itinerary, everything. That's the only way I was going. That was to come back. We bought 2 tickets, one to go and one to come back. So when I got to the airport, I'm like, she's like, Tiff, something's wrong because my credit card company called and, said that they declined my card. And I was like, why? She's like, I don't know. I was like, damn. I'm like, okay, well, let's go find out. I get up to the lady at United. She's like, yeah, you don't have a ticket. I'm like, well, why not? She's like, because your card declined. I'm like, okay, so I'm going to use another card. She's like, okay. That's when I used his card. She's like, oh, we still don't, I did it online, everything. She's like, we still don't have a ticket. I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, it probably takes a little minute if you just bought it. And I'm like, well, why? If I just got it. She's like, wait about 30 minutes. I'm like, okay. I waited about 30 minutes. I'm like, babe, did they take it off your card? He's like, hold on, let me check. He's like, yeah. I was like, okay. So I went back and said, hey, I need this ticket. My plane's about to leave. She's like, oh, you still don't have it. And we still don't know where the money is. You didn't pay us. I was like, I'm looking at it. It took it out of my account. She's like, oh, well, I need to call the bank to make sure.
Oh.
Yeah, she
what kind
did
of shitty-ass airlines you go through?
United.
United has to call a bank to make sure that you got payment? Kind of ghetto-ass shit is United
3 verifications of the person doing. Because I wasn't the person paying for it, I used his card. Because my name wasn't on it, they needed all of his information. So she got on 3-way and called from her bank and United to say that he verified that the money was taken out of the bank, had to call his bank.
Ugh.
And talk to his bank, and the bank told them, yeah.
Yeah, and then the bank calls me. So she's like, yeah, we need to call your bank. I'm like, why? They took it out because I sent them a picture of it because it says it's like $2.99 United at whatever o'clock time. It's like 2 hours different. So it was like 8 o'clock. So, I'm an asshole in the morning more than I am normally.
Oh, yeah, he was a whole asshole.
I'm like, why? She's like, well, because it says he took the money out, but I don't got any information. I'm like, look, my money's gone, and it says the money's gone. So I don't know how you guys do stuff over there, but when stuff is gone out of my account, that means it's gone. You took the money, so give her ticket. She's like, well, it doesn't work that way. I'm like, yeah, it pretty much works that way because I have a receipt right here that says United withdrawal $2.99. So the fuck's problem? I literally said it like that.
Yeah.
I guess the problem is the fact that the ticket's not in your name. Like, if it was in your name, it probably would have been different.
No.
But it wasn't.
My name, my ticket, the first ticket wasn't like that either.
And then, so they call so we three-way with my bank at Wells Fargo. And so the lady from United tells the lady from Wells Fargo what she needs. And so the lady from Wells Fargo is like, yeah, they took it out of his account. Yeah, it says $2.99 from United. So, yeah, you should have a ticket.
And they still wouldn't give it to me.
So, the lady from the bank is like, yeah, I don't know what else you need. That's pretty much how we do stuff over here in the civilized parts of the United States. When you buy something and it goes through your bank account.
Yeah.
This is when you were leaving or coming back?
I was coming back.
Come back.
Oh, fuck.
Like, that's how it works.
If it was like that when I was leaving, I was just going to leave it. Fuck it. I'm at home now, but I had to get home.
Right.
And I mean, the good thing was it was early in the morning on a Sunday because I still had a whole day, but I still had to wait until 4 o'clock. I had been standing out there, since 8 o'clock? I dropped the rental back off at 8. And then I had been standing in the airport yelling at these people. Actually, I was talking pretty nice. I actually did not get black on them.
Did not get black on them.
I did not. I did not until until they got off the phone with him. When they got off the phone, after they got off the phone with him, I'm like, okay, cool, let's go. They were still fucking around. I'm like, okay, now y'all got me fucked up. And I went off. She's like, okay, I got it. She's like, I'm going to give you a voucher and I'm going to give you food. You hungry? Your plane don't leave. She's like, are you hungry? I'm going to give you she's like, I'm going to give you $40 in food and you can use it whenever you want to use it. She's like, I'm going to get you another ticket. She gave me like 3 tickets for each one, but one was going to New York and one was going, like they had the last one was 4 o'clock, but it was coming straight here. But the other ones had layovers. But she gave me those tickets anyway. She's like, I don't care. Take them. She's like, because you've been standing out here since 8 o'clock. I didn't get into the terminal until like 2.
Ugh.
2.
Yeah.
I'm like, this was a week ago. I bought my ticket a week ago. There's no way. How? A week ago? At this price? And then they were trying to charge her. They charged my best friend's card 4 times with $299.30. 4 times on her credit card. 4, and it took all of her. It took all of it.
Said that shit. You're dealing with the cell phone shit right now.
Oh my God! And he wouldn't let me call them this morning. He wouldn't let me do it. I was gonna call them this morning and cuss them the fuck out because the last time this happened, the same damn thing happened. I called and I told them don't do that anymore.
Why do they have access to pull money from your account anyways?
I don't know.
Supposedly, I called her. She said that So on Verizon, you can do a promise to pay, which is like you can move your payment up, or you can. So like if your payment is due on the 10th, you can move it to like the 20th when you get paid or whatever. So I do that sometimes just to make sure, because I like to do like on my paycheck, I like to do car payment, like Verizon bill.
Right.
So sometimes I'll move it forward to make sure I can do that. So I adjust it when I need to, because I know Verizon won't let me do it. So I did it this week like that. So I did it that way, and everything was fine. And then, for whatever reason, I paid the Verizon bill.
Ignore the large dinosaurs walking around. Fucking massive.
I just hope an alligator don't try to eat me.
That's why my feet are up here.
Dude, have you ever seen him squirm with bugs? It's fucking hilarious.
Oh my God, yes.
It's fucking hilarious.
I have, and it's so. I feel like they're alligators. I swear, they're alligators. Like they be trying to.
But yeah, so apparently you can do the promise to pay it, but then also she was telling me you can set up a future to pay it or some bullshit like that, and I'm like, that's dumb.
So did you do that?
No, I didn't. So I was like, okay, whatever. I'm like, just take my card off here all the time. So I don't want you to have my information at all. And so she took my credit card off there.
And if they do it again,
or not my debit card.
If they do it again, I'm acting a fool.
Yeah.
Did they refund you the money?
It should take 3 days.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
You should charge them interest. You're like, I'm going to charge you interest for all this shit.
Why they can't just be like the movie theater and give it to you right back?
Yeah, I don't know. So
the movie theater, if you refund your ticket, if you cancel your ticket, they'll give you your money back right then and there.
Yeah.
Within an hour.
So, interesting.
So yeah, that's what's up with that. But, yeah, so that should come out in 3 days. Hopefully.
So I guess we should talk about this because I'm sure we're too late on it already. What are your thoughts on the whole Game of Thrones thing?
That was some dog shit, man.
Did you watch Game of Thrones?
We were watching it with our friends.
We were watching it, but I got out of it. So.
You didn't see like everything before? Like you didn't see the first 7 seasons?
So my problem with it is they're like, oh, it ends more to the books, right? Or something like that. Somebody was saying that.
No, well, the books aren't even out yet. So they don't know how the endings are going to be. And the endings in the book are going to be wildly different because there's a lot of other storylines that they didn't do.
Well, they said, I guess,
the show.
that the characters on this last season kind of line up more with the characters in the books or something, I heard.
I think the original author told the guys how it's going to end. And I don't know if they ended it the way the book is supposed to end or not. It's not clear. But he always said it was going to be a bittersweet ending. So I can see how things could play out the way they played out in the show.
All right. Well, my problem was you did a whole bunch of character development just to turn it around so much and be like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Danny's thing, whatever. Yeah, I can see why it made her go crazy. Okay. Even though, I mean, she had the dragon right there and she could have threw a fireball at everybody and killed them all. But whatever, that's not here nor there. I can see her problem. My biggest problem is Jamie been setting him up for like 7 or 5 seasons. Like his redemption arc. It's been like redemption. And he finally got it when he was banging Brienne.
Right.
And then they're just like, fuck it. Go back to Xerxes.
Yeah.
What? The fuck was that?
I think you have to have more disposition of, what is it? I said it earlier.
Suspension of disbelief.
You have to have more suspension of disbelief in those last few episodes than you probably did in the whole fucking series.
Yeah.
And that's saying a lot for a series where there's fucking dragons and wolves and magic and shit. Like, it was rushed. So all of it, I feel like, could have been played out in that same way if they took their time and maybe added another season and did a full series. Because power corrupts, absolutely, right? That's a saying, I believe. And so I can see how Danny could have converted back into that Hitler monarch character. Jamie's is a little harder to believe because he did go through the redemption arc. And the fact that he just all of a sudden is like, oh, I need to save Cersei or I need to go back to Cersei is not believable whatsoever. Tyrion becoming the Hand, it's believable. It's kind of crazy he survives everything. I think the show makes a lot of mistakes in the sense that Grey Worm and all of them, these are all spoilers, Grey Worm and all of them are going to leave, but then they still send Jon to the fucking north, and they make him still stay in the north. Like, they could have just been like, yo, bro, once they leave, just come back through that hole in the fucking wall, you'll be good.
Yeah.
Just hang out in one of these giant castles that are now empty because all these lords are dead. Right?
Yeah.
That's
my other thing that I was telling my sister about was, or my mom, I was like, so they're like, who's going to be king? And they're like, well, obviously Jon. But they're like, no, Jon don't want to be king. And they're like, well, Bran, because he has a great story. I'm like, he has a better story than Jon Snow.
Yeah, Jon does have a better story.
I'm like, really? Or fucking really? All right, how about Robert's bastard son? How about him? Because, I mean, technically, if we're going by bloodlines, he's still a Baratheon.
Well, the craziest part is the idea that,
that's
like,
a good story too.
I wonder if the bittersweetness is also not just the fact that Jon kills Dany. It's also the idea that
Nobody cared.
You wonder if Bran is almost like the bad guy because he set those a lot of those things in motion, right? Like, he essentially put himself in a position to get the throne. And so you wonder if he kind of made all that shit go ape shit just so he can get eventually to the throne.
I guess. But another thing is, there was a lot of unnecessary fucking deaths.
There's a lot of unnecessary deaths, and there's a lot of shit that isn't believable. Like the fact that you see so many people die during the Night King part, and then all of a sudden their army is gigantic going to take Cersei down. Or the fact that, like, 10 ships originally took down Viserion, but yeah, he was kind of fucked up and weak. But then when there's 100 ships in the fucking water, Dany with one dragon is able to take down all the fucking ships and take down the wall scorpions and take down all of that shit, considering how before the 10 ships got 3 fucking arrows in one dragon. Like, what happened to the arrow guy that was shooting back in the day?
Yeah.
Did he go on break for that one time?
Yeah, and then the other thing was...
Does that make sense?
When I saw the episode, they're like, all right, so he took care of the Night King. All right, so now we got to go to King's Landing. How do you guys want to go to King's Landing? Keep in mind, guys, before we go to King's Landing, I can't specify enough that we're going to King's Landing. The other Greyjoy, he's a professional pirate. I also can't specify enough to you that he's a professional pirate. He has professional pirate people on professional pirate boats. How should we go to King's Landing? Should we, A, walk over there? 2, walk over there. 3, take boats on the sea with the professional pirate people. And everybody was like, you know what we should do? Number 3. Take everybody on the boats with the professional pirate people. I love that idea. Let's go. Let's fucking do it.
There's a lot of unbelievable shit.
I was like, what? I'm like, motherfucker just said these are professional pirate people. These are the pirates from One Piece and shit. Like, they're, what? Jack Sparrow and shit over here. And you're like, yeah, no, it's fine.
There's a lot of unbelievable parts. And then the reality of it.
And then fucking that Greyjoy dude gets blown up. And then he magically appears in the castle to fucking fight Jamie. That's fucking...
There's a lot of unbelievable parts, like the fact that...
This motherfucker knows instant transmission and shit.
The fact that the ship gets taken down and... what's her name? What's the girl name? Grey Worm's Grey Worm's girl disappears.
She's the only one.
And then she just shows up magically in their
dry as shit too.
There's a lot of unbelievable shit that happened. They rushed it. They really rushed it. And the reality is, like, come on, let's be honest. The guy's a fucking excellent writer, and they're adapting his books. But once they got past the books, it was like.
So that means they never really had any of their own ideas that were good.
None of those ideas were ever theirs. They were the writer off of the book, right?
Exactly.
And so when they
never
adapted
had their own good ideas.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that they're praised that they pulled it off. Well, yeah, kind of. But the more impressive stuff is like the CGI and the acting and the camera work. It's not necessarily the way they adapted the books. And when they ran out of books, it's like ugh.
Big battle was
no Clegane. Is that what you're talking about?
No, the Night King battle was too dark.
What do you mean dark?
Because everybody was saying, "Oh, it's too dark. It looks like night's attacking everybody."
Well, it's gonna be dark. Was there like a blizzard going on everywhere? Is it fucking night?
I guess.
I didn't mind the darkness. It's just highly unbelievable that all the fucking key people survived. Like, the reality is, like, if you're living in that Game of Thrones world, you almost want to be a B-level character. You want to be like the Gendry that goes through some shit and eventually finds yourself the king of something versus wanting the throne. You go A-level characters, you're fucked.
I'm just saying Gendry had the right to the throne because...
That's for Arya. She did pretty good.
He's Robert Baratheon's bastard son. He has a great story. He banged Arya. And what better story is that than that?
But that's not a qualification for being the king. Good story is not a qualification for being a king.
Yeah.
That's my point.
We know.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But yet Bran's there, so here we are.
They probably should have phrased that differently. Like, he has more knowledge. He makes better decisions based on not having emotion and supposedly without having his own selfish intentions, although one could argue that based on
that cripple motherfucker got 75% of the population killed.
Yeah, but one could argue that without him, the Night King would just fucked everybody up.
Or one could argue the Night King was there to save everybody.
Maybe. I think the way that the
Night King is the hero we deserved and needed at
Shut the fuck up. I think the books definitely will play the Night King out differently. Because I don't even think the Night King is a thing in the books yet. Like, that's where the books are. Like, it's not a thing yet. Yeah, like, it's implied, but I don't think it's a thing yet. My
girlfriend said those were long books.
They're fucking massive, dude. If you look at them, they're like Bibles. They're massive, and there's like 6 of them right now or something. I don't know. I haven't read them, but yeah, I think they rushed it, man. And like, Game of Thrones essentially is like
roach don't go in my ass.
It might fucking lay eggs in your asshole, dog.
That's what
Relax.
I'm trying to make sure.
Don't clench your asshole. Just let it happen.
If I feel something in there, I'm gonna
let it happen, dog.
If I feel something move in my ass, I'm just gonna shit right here.
Let it happen, dog. It's just
shit.
The more relaxed you are, the easier it'll be. You don't want to let those cockroaches fight their way out.
That is disgusting.
You know, like, Game of Thrones is almost like you know when you're somewhere and you see a really hot guy or girl, whatever you're into.
Whatever I'm into.
And then you're like, man, that's a really hot person. And then you like kind of start getting a crush on them. Just let it go. They don't leave you alone. Unless you're Ruben, it's going to lay eggs in your asshole. And so then you meet this really hot person, right? And then you're like, man, in your head, you build them up and you're like, man, they're awesome. They're perfect people, right? Mm-hmm. And then you get to know them and then you start dating and you're like, oh, man, this is awesome. And then you start really kind of liking them a lot. And then it comes to that night where you're like, man, we're going to have sex, right? And you're like, yeah, you're about to get some. And then the sex is just dog shit. It's just dog shit.
I don't know what you mean.
You bust in like a second. Everybody's fucking uncomfortable. Nothing was good. Fucking things went in the wrong places. No, shut the fuck up. All I'm saying is that's what Game of Thrones is. It's that giant build-up for like 8 years. And then all of a sudden you're like, yeah, the ending sucked dick. And that was a wrong approach to take with that show.
So now everybody's just like looking at each other weird.
Yeah.
It's like, so I'm going to go.
Yeah. Is that your shoe? No, that's mine. All right. I'll see you later. I'll call you.
Are these your skinny jeans?
That's the problem with Game of Thrones, man. They rushed it. And when you have arguably the most popular TV show ever you can't fucking rush it. You can't. And I get it. The actors were tired of the hours they worked and the years they put into it, and so were the directors, because by the end, the directors looked like fucking death. Like that one dude looked like the Night King by the end of it, right? But you can't fucking rush it, man. Too many people were angry about it. Like they felt like they got betrayed in a relationship angry because they invested so many years into that shit.
It's a long time.
So, yeah, Game of Thrones, that's kind of, I guess, my thoughts on it. I think some character arcs were believable if you stretched it out, for sure. But some of the other shit's like
I'm so mad. All right. I'm so mad they killed my boy, Littlefinger.
Fuck Littlefinger.
Hey,
Which, by the way...
He's the only reason dumbass Jon Snow's alive.
Fuck Littlefinger.
Yeah, that's right. He is.
Fuck
I said it. He was going to die. But if it wasn't for Littlefinger, bringing the Knights of the Vale to come save his sorry ass.
Fuck Littlefinger.
Facts.
Anyways.
I said it. Don't at me, bro.
Don't at me, bro. What the fuck? You made me lose my train of thought.
That's right.
Ah, fuck it.
Yeah, because I just hit you with those fire facts. That's right.
Fuck Littlefinger. Which, by the way, you could have finished that fucking series really quickly if after the Night King War, everybody's just like, let's just have a lot of fucking food and party. Arya, go kill Cersei. We'll see you in a month when you get there. Boom. Show over. Everybody's still alive. Jon Snow still giving dick to fucking Dany, so everything's cool. She was so angry because she got cut off of the Jon Snow dick.
The other problem was...
That's probably the problem.
To
be real honest
Dany won every... What? Of some Starship Trooper shit, you better tell me.
You start feeling some tingling in your asshole, dog. You should be really worried.
No, the other problem was...
Get me fired.
Dany was...
A little feather.
Keep wanting...
Get me fired.
I'm feel a tentacle.
I can't even listen.
Fucking tentacle just fucking...
come out my nose.
It's just like...
I'm gonna die.
Tentacles gonna come out my nose.
Perfect.
You see the suction cup?
Just laying eggs and
That's not
shit.
helping.
Just laying eggs. What's the eggs laying sound like?
See
Some
the white
cockroach.
stuff just come out the nose?
Ugh. You're like that fucking alien. Remember that alien bug from Men in Black 1?
Yeah.
The fucking things that come out your asshole.
Oh, guys, I got a question.
Oh, what you got?
Go.
All right. So, have you heard anything about the abortion law?
Vaguely. I try to stay out of politics. Why? What's going on?
So, apparently.
And you guys are such girls. Look at you. Feet up in the air and shit like cockroaches are gonna just
They
slice open your
Shut
taint.
up.
asshole hurts.
It's crawling out, dog. The eggs are in. It's over. It's over.
I'm not even going to work.
It's over.
I'm not going. I gotta listen to this on the way to work.
It's on Monday. Everybody's off on Monday, right? Y'all off today? Is that today's Memorial Day? Is it? Memorial Day, right?
Memorial Day.
Yeah, I didn't go to work.
Yeah, you're good. So what's going on with the baby killing?
Yeah,
Well.
it's illegal.
It's
And-
illegal.
Yes.
Like to have an
They
abortion
have-
ever, no matter the time frame.
Nope.
Alabama.
Where?
Alabama.
Here?
Alabama.
Alabama?
Ohio just passed it in April.
I've seen the outrage of women.
If you can hear the fetal heartbeat, you cannot have an abortion.
Okay.
What stage is that? How much time are we talking about? When can you hear fetal heartbeat?
Okay, let's find out.
So that's a good question.
I'm not educated enough to know this.
Stir that baby up.
Darkness. While you're Googling that.
Oh, I got a good question.
Oh, what's up?
She got mad at me.
Why?
We were talking about the Christian movie.
Uh-huh.
You believe in evolution or not?
Do I? Do I
Yeah.
believe in evolution?
That we evolved from monkeys.
I mean, scientifically, that seems like the logical...
What the fuck?
Scientifically, that seems like the logical thing, right?
How?
What do you mean, how?
How?
I'm not a scientist, but there's plenty of
Fucking
books written
how?
about this.
How?
Oh, yeah, skeletons. I
How
think.
the fuck?
I was gonna say there's skeletons on this. You can see the
Fuck.
you can see the evolution. I think the
What
only
does
thing
that word mean?
it means that okay. See, remember
does the goddamn word
okay,
mean?
so
Evolution? Oh.
remember on The Simpsons where the fish got radioactive poisoning and then it got third eye. Except now remove the radioactive poisoning, and that's evolution.
You know when your Squirtle reaches level 15 and it turns into a war turtle? That is evolution.
Fuck, seriously.
It just means that over the years.
So what the fuck happened to the other monkeys that just can't be people?
Okay.
They
So
can't be people
So
now?
I'm gonna assume based on
that's
your.
what you're saying.
I'm gonna assume.
So now all of a sudden it just stopped.
I'm
to
going.
where the fucking monkey can't be.
Yes, they can't be
Or a monkey
people.
can't have a fucking baby.
No.
Is that what you're telling me?
They can't be
I'm gonna
people.
assume that based on your reaction that you're believing in the God made us all the way we are. You're just born and shit, or Adam and Eve. Is that what your beliefs are?
Yeah.
Bam. Okay.
Yes.
So how do we go? How do we go from Adam and Eve, 2 people, and then to like a planet full of people?
Who said that they were the only people?
Isn't that what the Bible says?
The Bible.
It doesn't say that they were the only people. He said he made Adam and Eve. Am I right or am I wrong?
I don't know. You'd have to pull up the Bible now.
You're right. He said that he made Adam and Eve.
So where the hell
they were the
did
only
Cain and
two.
Abel come from? There had to be other people.
Well, that's a big
right?
that's a big argument, though, right?
Oh fuck!
I'm not the person to talk to about this. I'm the opposite of the
Okay.
person to talk to.
Okay.
My whole point to this is, okay, do you agree that there's people in Africa who are darker than people in fucking Iceland? Do you agree to that? Do you agree to that?
No shit.
Okay. You know why that is? That's due to your body adapting to where you live. That's a form of evolution. There's a reason why there's more melanin in really fucking sunny places like beach communities or Hawaii or whatever versus Iceland where they get no sun. That's a form of adaptation. Evolution is a form of adaptation. What?
Bigfoot.
You're like, I saw a fucking movie once.
8 weeks is 8 weeks.
Oh, back to pregnancy. 8 weeks. Fuck, is a heartbeat at 8 weeks?
8 weeks.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, if you can, that's too long.
Wait, hold on. That's too long for you?
That's too long to have
an abortion.
Yeah.
Too long. Like you should be able to do it before then, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
And after that, no.
Yeah.
8 weeks, 2 months.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm playing woman.
You're playing woman? Okay, play woman.
I'm playing woman on that. Every woman is different.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know if you're pregnant or not. This is why, yes, you're supposed to go check. But then some women can go that long not knowing they're pregnant. So that I don't feel like...
Wait, what does that mean? Some women, you said you can't? Women can't go that long without knowing they're pregnant.
Like some women can go that long. You can have pregnancies to where you're just pregnant and you can still have your period every month. You can still...
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah. You can still do everything regular. It's a show. It's I didn't know I was pregnant or something like that. It's a show.
Seriously, you can be like 3-4 months pregnant and still have a period every single month for those.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to fucking talk to a doctor about this.
I'm gonna make some calls.
I'll be right back. We're gonna end the podcast right now.
But
I gotta
I'm not
go.
saying every woman holds up. Hello. I'm not saying every woman. But I'm saying anything can happen. Every woman is different. You get what I'm saying?
I just never knew that was a possibility. Because then I can kind of understand it. If you're still like normally, your cycle is still happening normally, then I'm like, all right, cool. But why would you, if you're not getting a period for 2 months, that's a fucking like, no shit, Sherlock, you should have gone to the doctor.
Okay, so the thing is, they're saying that if you get raped, you can't have an abortion.
You can't. In these states, in those states wrong. That you mentioned. I feel like my position on it has always been this. It should be available to do if you want to do it. Whether or not you have a belief on it and not, that's up to you to choose whether or not you want to do that.
Is that up to who?
Up to the woman. So if Planned Parenthood...
she has her own... That's her own decision.
Well, that and probably the guys should have a little bit of decision. Right, right. But the government probably shouldn't be telling you what to do.
There you go.
Yeah,
there you go. Are you agreeing with me because I'm a woman? You don't want to get
no. Because I'm
serious.
I'll change.
I'll
change the variables here and explain it a different way, a way that I would understand it. I'm a fat fuck, okay, and I understand that Popeye's chicken is not good for me. But if I choose to have 3 chicken sandwiches like I did yesterday, I should have the right to have those fucking chicken sandwiches.
At 11 o'clock at night.
At 11 o'clock at night.
Before you go to sleep.
Before I go to bed, I should have the right to have those sandwiches. The government should not be telling me not to have a sandwich because I don't want to, get fucking fat.
Just because the employees looked at you weird.
What, you want this chicken sandwich? Really? It's the last one.
It's been in the...
Okay, now go back.
In the lights.
Explain.
No, I think it should be available if people want to do it, but I don't think the government should tell everybody not to do it. It's kind of like the whole drug thing, right? Like for years, we've been telling people like, don't have marijuana, can't have marijuana. We've been putting people in jail for marijuana for forever now. And now there's certain states in the country that have it legally, medicinally, and then even smaller number of them that have it recreationally. And so now we're in a weird fucking line where it's like, what about all those people that are in jail right now? Like, what do we do with those people, right? And so the government changes their mind on things a lot like sometimes religion changes their mind because they now interpret the Bible differently. It's just sometimes a very political way of changing things. And I think it's a little fucked, that situation, especially like if you're a person that got raped, that's a really fucking fucked situation not to allow somebody to do that. That means you're forcing somebody to have a kid.
An 11-year-old was just raped.
Oh, is it in Alabama?
Where did I tell you it was?
Alabama.
Is it? An 11-year-old was just raped. I don't know all the details. Don't quote me on what I'm telling you. 11-year-old was just raped, and she got pregnant. They are not letting her have an abortion. Her parents want her to have one. No, this is not about to. She's 11. What the fuck? No. Oh well.
That's a fuck situation.
And if any doctor who does it will go to jail.
What if you go across the border to this next state over? That's
okay. That's what I'm like. Now that's what people are gonna have to go do.
Because it's not like, hey man, you're pregnant, you're gonna have a puppy, right? Like, and you just kind of have fun with it, like whatever.
Yep.
And you can just make sure you feed it, and it's cool.
And this is 2019.
It's a baby. It's a baby, and you got to take care of that baby. And then what if the baby ends up looking kind of like the guy that like raped you?
Who the hell you?
That's a dark ass fucking thing.
I'm 11.
Yeah,
I'm 11.
That's a dark fucking thing.
Come on.
Yeah, I don't think I'm with you on that. I have always been of the opinion it's just like let the stuff be there, and if people want to partake in it, there's an argument. I think in Venezuela or some of the southern countries decriminalize drugs, all drugs, primarily because they're having the issue that Mexico has, where they have so many drug lords and kingpins, and they're taking over the fucking country. And I think Venezuela was one of the countries that decriminalized all drugs. Like it's not a criminal thing to have them, but it's also like not great to fucking just have them. Like they'll put you in jail for a day or whatever and then get you out. But it's like you can't distribute them or whatnot. But at the same time, I think that's helped a lot with the overall like crime numbers and drug trade numbers, and not just that. I think also with like prostitution and when they taking shit where they kidnap you and put you in, force you into prostituting. Yeah, that's dark. The whole thing is dark.
Okay, so now I have another one for you.
Yeah.
I don't know who this person is. I've been hearing it around my job.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
that shit. I don't even want to go see that movie. Did you see his face?
It looks fucked up.
What the fuck?
They're redoing it.
Yeah, I heard it. It's just
Hold
cool.
up. Did you see Chucky?
No, I don't.
Did you see Chucky's face?
No.
You got me fucked up. Okay, going back to what I was going to say.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
You're right. You're right.
So I don't know her name, or I don't know the whole thing. Maybe you heard of it. A 11-year-old or something like that was brain dead, and her parents kept her on. She's been on life support for 20 years.
Whoa.
No, 20. She's 27 now. She's been on life support for 21 years. 21 years she's been on life support. She's 27. She was 7 when she did that, or 6.
Jeez.
They've had her on that for that long. Somebody raped her and got her pregnant.
Is that the one here?
I think so.
That happened, I think, here. Was that the one where it was like one of the employees?
Yes.
You fucking gross.
Tell me. Okay,
Gross.
tell me, because I don't know. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Somebody help me because I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Do anybody else know about it?
Yeah, I heard about it. Yeah, that happened here.
We were talking about that with some people at work. Employees were talking about it. We were like, well, start looking at all the employees there.
But didn't they just find him? Don't they know who?
Yeah,
it
they
is?
know who it is, and I think that guy's been arrested. I think, but he was an employee there, like a caretaker. Yeah. That's a dark thing, man. You're like raping somebody who's fucking comatose. Like that's a fucking broken human.
First off, I'm sorry. Why is this baby still alive? Why do y'all still got her body still sitting there?
Some people can't let go.
No, that's ridiculous.
Well, I think also like you come off like a faith-oriented person. Is it? What does faith say about that?
No, it's not that. I would never. I wouldn't want anybody to do that to me. Let me rest. Why would you keep me in pain or whatever I'm in? Why is my body going through? Yeah, okay, that would go spiritually. But no, I'm just saying, why would you put my body through that? And now I just had a baby. Is that what you're saying? And I've been comatose for 21, 27 years or something like that.
It's a weird thing. I mean, you got to ask the parents that. I don't know why they chose to keep her. That's a long ass time on life
that's
support.
what I'm saying. That's a long ass time.
Probably just want to get that money, man.
What do you mean get that money?
But I thought that ain't that them spending more money?
Well,
that bill's going to be astronomical.
Well, she might have special needs, so she might be getting assisted living from the state or whatever. So you never know.
I mean, I guess that's a tough decision as a parent. For sure. Man, you guys on some fucking deep topics today.
Curious.
Deep topics.
Sorry.
Yeah, not everything can be butthole pleasures, man.
No kidding. Hey, I got a random question for you guys.
Yeah.
You guys ever like driving around and you're like, oh man, and you're like, oh, let's go to this park, and then randomly you're like walking on a baseball field and you're like, oh man, you're like, let's have a quickie here in the baseball field. It's like dark, there's nothing going on, it's like nobody, it's like dark everywhere. You ever have that happen?
Absolutely, all the time.
Yeah, I've never either. So anyways, what else is going on with you guys? What else you guys going on? You guys is that it?
We don't go to baseball fields.
No, not yet. Anyway.
Okay, so we like public areas, but not that public.
He won't let us fuck in the car anymore.
Who won't let you?
I can't fucking cars no more.
Why, dog? You getting hamstring cramps and shit?
Yeah.
You gotta get hydrated, man. Get electrolytes in there.
I can't.
Get some fucking foam roller. Get foam roller out of your house and shit.
I need it back. I need my foam roller back.
Then can we fuck in the car?
No. I had a taste of open air and shit now. And now I can't be locked in a cage anymore.
You should get a bigger car, dog. You should get like a fucking
Escalade.
Like an Escalade or like a
U-Haul truck.
What's that big Chevy thing? Like the SUV, Suburban
Tahoe.
or a Tahoe. Suburban. Just get one of those giant fucking things. You could put a full size bed in the back.
Can't.
Or just get one of those bang vans. What are they called? What are those things called?
Yeah.
What are those things called?
Those 70s vans.
Yeah, get one of those giant 70s vans from random adult videos that I've never seen online before, ever.
No more banging in cars.
Dude, all right, this is a random question. Have you ever, because I know you partake in the pornography occasionally. Have you ever seen a video?
Why is this the topic?
Because we just cruised into it. What the fuck?
What was that?
It's raining. It's raining cockroaches, guys.
Oh, wait. Guess what? Yesterday, I had a baby wipe. And I put it in his hand. And he jumped out the car.
What'd you think it was?
I don't like...
Oh, you don't like baby wipes. That's why you're a weirdo. That's it, dog. I'm going to fucking prank you. One of these days, I'm going to find out what time you're going to work. And then the day I'm off, I'm just going to be waiting by the side of your house and just start throwing baby wipes at you. I'm like...
They gotta be cold.
I put them in the freezer and shit. They got fucking chilly.
Just all cold and shit.
Anyways.
Okay, go ahead. You were saying what?
Oh, have you ever, because I know Ruben likes to peruse the compilation videos. Have you ever seen anybody do like a compilation video and then they add a song and you're like, why is this song here?
If it has music on it, I stop watching.
Yeah, I don't watch the
You
music
you know that B.O.B. Airplanes?
Oh, fuck.
What is that?
Have you ever heard that song?
It's like when the airplanes in the night sky, like shooting stars.
Oh, yeah.
That song, I was something I clicked. I was like, what the fuck is this about? Like, get it, dog. Get into the mood.
Oh, wish right now. Wish right now.
Definitely.
All right, that's it.
Try to keep beat. All right, so we were. What was they doing on Pornhub? I think I was looking for something random, and I was looking up the normal thing, you know.
Kermit the Frog.
Oh, no. You need to go to Wish.
Oh, that's a thing for next week.
Oh God, what do you have coming in the mail?
Oh, my God.
So I was looking up the normal thing, you know. Big titty, goth chicks, you know. The normal.
Okay, the normal.
White or
Normal.
black?
Big titty goth chicks.
It doesn't matter. He's not into
random.
gender or
No.
sex. Wait, what?
What?
Gender.
Yeah, I hope they're female.
What if it's those ones that's like it's like they got fake tits but they're actually dudes?
like-
You're like, what?
Come here, you want it? And then mid video, it's like, oh, here's a dick.
All right, go ahead.
Here's the
on.
here's the sausage.
Here's a sausage.
Stupid.
So I was looking up something, and then so when you click on the Pornhub tab up there, you click whatever you want, right?
Dude, it's raining these like
Needles.
no, it's those fucking like peas looking things that are on this tree.
Just full of needles.
So you go in there and you type what you want. So, but it'll also give you like the top suggestions like people are looking for. So you go up there. I clicked it to type in big titty goth chicks, and so I clicked it. But then it gave me top searches, and top searches from 2 weeks ago when I did this was Avengers Endgame. And so I was like, fuck, I gotta click on it, right? So I clicked on it, and yeah, there's some Avengers Endgame scenes on there, man.
Like what? Like porn scenes or like
No,
the movie?
Like actual movies. Actual parts
like how,
of the movies.
how much of the movie?
The first 10 minutes and like the last 15 minutes where everybody comes
But
back.
then they have full movies on there.
And they also got
That makes sense though to upload it there because on YouTube it'll get flagged quick.
Yeah. So yeah, the last
Nobody
part,
is using those bots that
Yeah.
like recognize sounds on porn movies.
Yeah.
Like it's like, oh, this is my porn. I filmed this in 1945. The copyright that. That's
Yeah.
mine.
Yeah.
Nobody's doing that.
Yeah, so
That's
the last
smart.
15 minutes where everybody comes back, the final battle, and yeah, somebody's Bulbasaur is using.
That's hilarious, dude. It's like you could almost probably go find that whole movie there if you wait
Yeah,
long
so
enough.
She didn't know that you can go on Pornhub and find movies. But yeah, so go in there. You want to see the last 15 minutes or something?
You want to see the last 15 minutes of
the last 3
Avengers.
minutes, first 15. There you go.
Well, there you go. Life
And
tip.
then, and also, below that though, below those, you can also see a hot chick dressed like Captain Marvel, getting rammed by
Captain America.
by this big Brolic dude.
You're like T'Challa came in.
Look pretty hot.
T'Challa came in with all of the Black Panther.
And then below that one,
T'Challa came in with his Black Panther.
he was like Wakanda forever, and he put it in.
Shit.
And then below that one, you got a hot chick dressed like Gamora getting tipped from
What?
You hitting the table.
Oh, my
It'll be
bad.
fine. And then you got a hot chick dressed like Gamora, painted all green, except for that coochie area, getting tipped from somebody cosplay as Star-Lord. So you got some variations.
You're like,
What you
I only
looking
saw
for?
15 minutes of each of those videos just to verify continuity.
Yeah, it's continuity. It's right. It's all good.
Ugh.
So there you go.
Because you're like, he even used a power stone.
He did. Powered up longer and harder.
All right, man. That's it. Ladies and gents, I'm going to leave it at that shit. You know what's going on. Share with people. Now that we verified that this podcast is on fucking most
the time
things.
zone to do it again.
He went back in time and anyways.
He was like, oh, this puss so good, I gotta do it again. Wow. So tight.
Stop bringing me back in his shit. That's it. We'll see you guys next week. Hopefully. Blame Ruben if we're not here.